Hi there, sign of Aries. This is Kim with your reading for your next 48 hours. And what we're going to do is use the Psychic Tarot, and we're going to pull some cards to represent past, present, future. And then we're going to use a combination of Oracle cards and Tarot cards. So what is the past energy for Aries? And of course, we're working with the intent of providing you loving messages from a creator, source, your ancestors, angels, whatever it is that can help channel, maybe your higher self even. So tell me about the past energy. Okay. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse for the past. You could be having issues with somebody in codependency. Or codependency, meaning, and I'm talking about mainly on the money and financial level. There's a feeling of needing to put more effort into something, and you will get more out. Wow. So there's change, there's transformation, there's temptation. Ooh. There's temptation. So I guess this will be the past row. Give me one more. Capricorn energy. So something changes, at least in regards to this 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. The solar plexus chakra. 3. Okay, let's get some more present energy. 2 of Swords in the reverse. It says mental conflict, but it's in the reverse. Give me the present energy still. 2, intuition, or the High Priestess energy. It says intuition. Give us one more for present energy. I feel like you just really know what decision you are going to make, or you have to make. You feel, with this energy, committed. Hierophant. So committed to getting something, to making sure that something works out. Future energy. Nice, the Star. Future energy is the Star energy. Hope. And the 6 of Swords. Moving on. Both of these are talking about using your intuition to kind of get you through a difficult situation. Well, this one is the 6 of Swords. One more for the future energy. Another 9. Starts and ends with 9. And what's funny is this is about moving on from the past too. There is a way of thinking, Aries, that if changed or tweaked, a way or method of new thought, maybe focus more on the hope, on what can be. Possibly this new thought is going to help with battling problems of anxiety, depression. Because it feels like this energy could be like, oh, no matter how much effort we put into something. Yeah. 5 of Swords in the reverse. So this is change, and it's also, I feel like, moving away from, or moving on from a period of depression or anxiety. And what's needing to be said is for your thoughts to be kind of like monitored, and to put more effort into that. The material harvest in the reverse with the Devil energy. So maybe there's some kind of, in this past energy, money that's on its way or delayed, but it is coming. So we're in a situation where we're waiting with the Hangman. We're waiting. We feel like we put ourselves up here in order for other things to be achieved by other people, perhaps. Maybe even putting your needs and wants like on a shelf somewhere. Being very selfless. But the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse, and to me, that's like a repeated lesson. Maybe it didn't really need to be repeated, but I feel like it's something within materialism or greed. I feel like it's relying too much on the material realm to satisfy you, to make you feel comfortable or happy. So there was a repeated lesson. This devil energy can talk about our vices, our addictions, doubt, and then we have the solar plexus chakra in the reverse. So I feel like the creativity, there's something that feels like it kind of just zapped the feeling. That's what it feels like something zapped the feeling. Do you notice these suns? So something that really wasn't revealed, possibly regarding a lesson or an investment that didn't pay off. So the solar plexus chakra, you can help the solar plexus chakra by, well, one, definitely getting sun if you haven't been getting sun, right? Anyway, that will help all chakras. The Queen of Cups is going to be taking good care of herself. Kind of a focus might be on self-love and receiving, and opening the heart space up. So learning how to possibly trust again might be an issue too. The Queen of Cups is a focus on health, on vitality, on psychic, sometimes spiritual gifts, highly psychic. This is Piscean energy, possibly have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Capricorn again, and then, of course, Virgo. So tell me about the Two of Swords in the reverse. Tell me about the Two of Swords in the reverse. So there's a decision that can't be postponed any longer. Now, I will think that you absolutely will know intuitively when it's time to make this change or decision. The Knight of Swords is that seize the day energy. So if it's love, it's about talking to that person, asking that person out. If it's a seize the day in, I don't know, something kind of investment or something, maybe, as long as it's something different than this, trying something a little bit different. It's focus, change, and it comes in rather quick. And you're just going to know when this change is due to take place. So this energy allows you, Aries, to move past something that you possibly felt stuck in, or like nothing was going to change here in this situation. So intuition will tell you that's what you should trust. Your intuition. It's going to tell you what's best for you. Learning how to trust it is probably the hardest thing. Learning how to read it might be difficult if there's some issues with health going on. Reading your emotions and how it's making maybe your digestive system and everything feel too. That could be like an upset stomach, digestion issues. This is being adaptable. So it's being flexible, being adaptable, understanding that there's an ebb and flow, and kind of being like okay with the changes that come in. And then regarding really important commitments, the Hierophant can also represent like spiritual knowledge to a person that has a lot of like enough to teach. Yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh. So it's divine timing for this really independent, resilient energy here. There's still a feeling 999 that there's some things that maybe past commitments. Either more effort needs to be put in this change or in this commitment and being flexible or adaptable. Legal contracts, waiting on payout for something. Waiting on your win. And the only thing that feels like that can keep you from your win or doing really good financially would be past financial decisions that got you in the same spot. So it is a really strong warning that there could be something that's just a repeat, that's repeating. So it's like you're going to revisit this situation that has to do with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Tell us more about what we're waiting on with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. We're waiting on the wheel to turn. You're waiting. It feels like you've done your part. And now you're waiting for. Now you're waiting for fate. Now you're waiting for nature. Now you're waiting for the universe. Now it's all about perspective and where you're at on the wheel. But wanting this wheel to turn is what I'm getting from that. What are you not to repeat, or what is Spirit telling Aries not to repeat? What is Spirit telling Aries not to repeat? Oh, okay. So if you have a really bad habit of being so headstrong that you do everything by yourself, not getting guidance, not getting any kind of other advice as how to proceed, you may want to look into other people's advice. You may want to look into the idea of not tackling a big issue on your own. So a little bit more cooperation, collaboration. Sometimes it's the ego that can want us to win at all costs. And then fiery signs, I feel like Leo, Aries, and Sag are probably going to have a more fiery temper too. So a tendency to maybe pull back and do something, yourself. If you want it done right, you'll do it yourself. So don't make the mistake of taking on too much yourself or thinking that there's not somebody out there that might be able to help you. All right, so intuitively with the High Priestess, what else is this about? Because we can also say some spirit skills and abilities. Wow, you're victorious. And of course, you're really victorious when it comes to your intuition and your, I want to say sacred knowledge, like some kind of sacred knowledge. Intuitively, claircognizance, just having like a knowing that's coming in for you. So the Six of Wands is a really respectable person or title. It's receiving appreciation, possibly accepting an award, but I feel like it maybe doesn't even need to be said out loud by others, but you still are, congratulations, getting that, but it's like intuitively, like you know that something is successful. So that's 2 6s. So it's 3 6s. So I think that definitely you need to watch your thoughts and keep them balanced towards the positive. Keeping your vibrations as high as possible, I feel like, is what's really necessary. Tell me about suffering in silence. Tell me about the 9 of Swords. So when we hold on to energy of resentment or anger, we're holding something essentially against ourselves, because we could have some brighter, higher vibe energy in that spot. Forgiveness is something very noble, I think. It's noble. It's something that is not always easy to do, but it's taking the high road for sure. And you can get, not only can you get negativity and things like that, I really feel like it can very much so contribute to how you're feeling. So I feel like if you're wanting to keep health and everything really good, it would be very greatly affected by second chances, forgiveness, something like that. Because there's new thoughts coming in and there's new ways to do things. There's not just one way. I know that's hard to believe that but there's not just one way here, Aries. Hope is the star card of Aquarius. It is that everything's going to be all right. And in fact, it could be even representing that there are some wishes and hopes that have already, manifested. The trick is to get that energy, to feel that emotion of the star while you're going through a difficult time where your chakras might not feel up to balance and things like that. So, or flowing good. So releasing all judgments that people have placed on you and you them, vice versa, you yourself, releasing that is going to help, especially with keeping your thoughts positive too. This can be talking about somebody really having some kind of depression or anxiety and not talking about it too, since this card's a little specific there. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Tell me what we're moving towards. What's Aries moving towards? The King of Swords energy. So this is about the rules, the regulations. Might be like an expert in the field. It may be like, this is how things need to be done. And maybe that's the way that procedure or discipline is looked at with this King of Swords. Another card that could represent Aries, not Aries, Aquarius. What is it? Well, because I'm reading for Aries. Yeah, Aquarius. So this might be about following a structure, some kind of new thought that allows you to have more control. There is a tendency that you could be a little rigid over a situation, because the King of Swords, sometimes they have that feeling of like it's either it's all or nothing, it's this way or the highway, Not always. I mean, so being open to other options or other possibilities, well, that's just going to make your possibility for something much better, increase. Your probability increases. Any kind of adversity, I feel like we're leaving that behind too. And we're watching about how rigid we are about how it's supposed to be. It feels like here in the future, there was a time when you had everything on your shoulders and you just couldn't carry everything any longer. One, because it was off balance, but two, because it was getting too burdensome. So it is finally coming to a completion so that you avoid some kind of burnout. The Knight of Pentacles is like there is this practical, stable offer. The Knight of Pentacles is bringing it in, so it is a little bit slower, and there may be something about slow but steady progress. What can speed it up is speaking up, not overextending yourself, and thinking about really taking an analysis to say, how resentful am I? And sometimes we don't think about how true that statement could be for ourselves. So just a thought. Here, let's get the Kepler deck too. Let's see what they say for past, present, future. Tell me about the past energy for Aries. So you have Leo, you have Aquarius, you have Gemini energy. I have main female. Okay, and there's another 2. So the present energy for Aries. Present energy, courthouse, 23. There's a need to do something a little bit different, probably. Courthouse energy, 23. Or to get documents in order or something like that. Imprisonment, future energy. Golly, what is that about? We'll have to see. Sometimes we can be in a situation where we're not sure how to get out of it or what to do. The 9 of Swords can indicate that your hands are tied and that there is really nothing you can do about a situation. It feels a little stuck, actually. I don't know if this is an energy trying to do this to you to make you feel trapped, or if you're just really wanting to get out and travel and see more of the world, be a shining light. Toil and labor. Tell me one more thing about this future energy. Despair. Not hiring. Golly day. Well, now we have to get more cards because I can't leave it at that. I was just going to pull an oracle card, but I can't. These are too big. All right. Tell me what the courthouse issue is about, or what's the courthouse thing about. It is about where your focus needs to be. And like I said, it's a time you'll know when to seize the day and make some kind of decision, moving past a stalemate. The 2 of Wands, getting back on track, back focused. It's good intent. There's the Chariot. Okay, so something really might be moving slowly. You may want to travel too. Why do we have imprisonment here for Aries? What is that about? King of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wisdom, commitments, a big opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. Scorpio energy. Time alone, giving a person a lot of, this is like kind of like hermit type energy, but mixed with a little bit of 8 of Swords being in the head. So it's dealing with a lot of limiting thoughts, possibly on the fact that there are more possibilities here than what you're giving life to. Going through a hard time is something that is actually leading you to a really big adventure here. Opportunity, finances, improve, and there's a thing about trusting your intuition. Though the King of Cups is somebody that's really even keel or balanced, it might even be like a grandpa energy, or somebody that mentors you on feelings and things like that. That's the 7 of Pentacles. So whatever this is about, it's what you've done on your own with some kind of investment. Everything that you've invested versus what you get out. And the 2 of Wands is saying that that's the focus. The focus is on the choices, and it's on the comparisons, and it's on patience. This card will be all right, this despair card, not hiring, if you are going to be adaptable and flexible to change. I'm going to say forgiveness will help the situation. Tell me about the toil and labor. Justice. Trying to find truth and clarity. Possibly information or an idea that can pull you out of having to work so hard for something. How do we handle the despair situation? The Knight of Swords in the reverse, meaning that whatever is not changing, you need to take a look at what you're investing in. Something could have like a pause. Getting your truth and clarity. So how do they get out of feeling trapped? Oh, the Six of Pentacles. So if you feel trapped, or you feel like you're kind of trapped and responsible in this one space, the Six of Pentacles is here saying that everything is going to work out with the Two of Pentacles. Everything's going to work out. Those are 8 together. And that there will be success in your exchanges with, especially like money exchanges with people. Oh, look, there's the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom too. So, yeah. This is prosperity, and it's something that's gonna help free a situation up, or make a situation feel like it is not as binding or suffocating as maybe it seems on the outside. Like it gets better. It gets better. And that's what I've got for your reading. I hope you got something from that, Aries. I have peace, friends and family, and those who care. Peace is yours today to share. Portal, where do we play in nature? That's where the garden gate will take you there. And medicine, veggies and fruit from yellow to blue, like medicine, they're good for you. Property, a property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transactions. Friendship, a friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Another card about nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals or farmlands. This will be good for the soul, and it will be healing for you. Okay. Careful what you wish for. Making good decisions when you have everything that you possibly could want. 77, I am brave. Says it's time to move on from old patterns, habits, and fears. It is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest ambitions. Being brave and bold, I am brave. And then 31, I am disciplined. Your approach to life is an effective mix of both practicality and imagination. Your mind is stirring with creative ideas, and you have the organizational skills to manifest them to life. And then another really good number, master number 33. Any positive changes or projects you're considering right now will be well worth your while. Expect your power to manifest and create will be heightened. And Aries, let's pull a song. Let's end with a song. Close with a song. Did you hear that bird? It's cute. All right, so not judging a situation, being like Bruno Mars and loving someone just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing I would change because you're amazing just the way you are. When you smile, the world stops, stares for a while because, girl, you're amazing just the way you are. My boo, Usher, there's always that person who will always have your heart. That's the my boo. And then another Bruno Mars. When I was your man, my pride, my ego, my needs, and selfish ways caused a good, strong woman like you to walk out of my life. Now I never get to clean up the mess. And then Jagged Edge, Walking on Heaven is on the bottom. Yeah. Shed some grace on me. Sending you love and light. Bye.